Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm just showing you guys how I make my pernil, which is basically a roasted pork shoulder. I'm starting by taking off this netting and I'm going to rinse it off, making sure I get underneath every layer that there is. After you're done rinsing, we're going to place it on a paper towel and pat it dry. You want to make sure you pat it dry until all of the excess water is gone. Now, normally I would do a bone-in, but since it's just me and my husband and holidays are not the same this year, we thought we'd just get a small boneless one. After you have patted dry, we're going to be placing that into a pan to get started. And you want to make sure you don't remove any of those fat caps or anything like that because you want to keep those there. Now, I'm starting with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm eyeballing it because I've done this so many times. And I'm going to take 2 teaspoons of cilantro, adding that into the same bowl as the olive oil. I'm also going to be taking 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And a half a teaspoon of adobo. Here I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Now you're just going to mix all of your ingredients up well. After your mixture has become a little pasty, we're going to place that to the side and grab our pork shoulder and start placing 1-inch slits all throughout. We're going to want to make sure we get the bottom, the top, and the sides. Now, there's no exact method to this. I just poke it all over and make sure I have enough 1-inch slits because sometimes when you go back, you cannot find your slices. So I just put another one. Once you're done with your 1-inch slits, we're going to be taking that paste we made and placing that mixture into the 1-inch slit holes. And we're just going to stuff those in there. I like to put my finger in first and make the hole a little bit bigger so it's easier to stuff in the paste mix. Now we're going to be repeating this process for the top, bottom, and sides as well. And when you're going back trying to find your 1-inch slits, what I like to do if I can't find some of mine, I will just put more slits and then continue with the recipe. Now we're just going to be taking some sazón and sprinkling it all over evenly. This is what your end result should look like. Next, we're just going to be taking some foil and wrapping that baby up nice and tightly. We want to make sure that there's no air able to seep in. And here you can see that I accidentally kind of ripped a tiny hole on the side and I just covered that up with another piece of foil because we want to make sure we keep all of the goodness inside. Now I'm going to be placing this in the fridge overnight to marinate for 24 hours. Guys, if you've never marinated this, you have to. It's so good. It's the best way to do it. Now it's the next morning. I already preheated my oven to 350 and I'm going to be placing that baby in the oven for, wait for it, 5 hours, guys. You just set it and forget it. Now 5 hours later, we have a done pork shoulder. Now, once we take that out of the oven, we're going to remove the foil from the top. Now, everybody has their own way of making this, of course, but I'm telling you guys, marinate it. Now, we're going to be cranking our oven up to 500 degrees, guys. I want to know in the comments below what your family meat of choice is during Christmas dinner. Now that our oven is preheated to 500 degrees, we're going to be placing our pork shoulder back inside the oven. and we're gonna set a timer for 10 minutes. Now the reason we place this back in the oven for 10 minutes on 500 degrees is because we want to get all the fat caps that were all on top nice and crispy, because you want that crispy chicharron. And this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven, guys. It's so juicy, the top is nice and crispy, and it just falls right apart. You can pull it right apart, guys, and I love it. I love the fact that we went with boneless this year instead of bone-in. So here you see me making a plate, but my husband ate that before I can even get rice on it. Then I have a new plate made. This is a very traditional meal. We have this all throughout the holidays and I love it so much. If you guys want to see me make that rice, let me know in the comments below. And this is just me showing you guys how I eat the leftovers. And thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!